Okay, folks, don't ask what time it is. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about my father's time. My father really is God. I'm the unknown prophet of God, if you like it or not. And that is your choice, if you will go for the stories I told you or you just don't. For me, it doesn't matter if you don't want to be with the stories. So you will go into the stories I told you, because you do not have another choice. So you better start to listen. So then can see it coming before it comes. And I did warn you in this, but you will not listen because you think I'm a joker. I'm a funny guy, and I told you that I am not. And now I work for God 7 years, and now we get another 7 years, and this is the 7 years you never will forget in your life, and you will not listen, and I told you so. Why you don't want to listen to me? Huh? It makes me very uncomfortable and all that kind of shit. But okay, folks, that's your choice. Huh? I let you free in that. It's also your problem, you know. But now the bad 7 years are coming. First, the 7 years of warnings did come, and I did make it. And now the 7 years of disaster will come, like I told you. And people say, yeah, in 2060 and 2070 and 2090, we do not have that long time anymore. Like I told you, God did not warn me that I will die here on this planet, old and wise, and I'm dying and all that kind of things. No, I'm here to pronounce you what's going on in this world and what really will happen and what's happening and all that kind of things. Like Jesus Christ did do precisely the same thing I'm doing here, but only I do it in a new package. You understand? That's it. I'm the new package in the days Jesus Christ did come. I'm also touched like that. I did warn you. 7 years of warning did come, folks, and I did make it, and it's done. The 7 years of warning are done. Now you're gonna see the 7 years like I told you it will come. Huh? And this did start with the coronavirus. So everything is at work and everything is signed like I told you, because God had shown me all the papers what need to be signed so that they can do it. And this got everything to do with the high people and the rich people, and together they come on one table, like in the time with the knights, the knights on the round table and all that kind of things. The same thing is happening right now. They are on the round table, a dirty round table with a star in the middle, and the head of Baphomet in the middle of the star. These are the people who will create an unbelievable thing in this world, and I told you so, and I see them, they are together, and together they will um, create these terrible things. Yeah. But you don't want to go for it. First you need to be heard before you will understand what I told you. And folks, I did do the 7 years of warning. And if you listen to all my videos from the beginning till now, it got everything to do with the love of God coming out of my mouth for you. I did warn you. 7 years of warning, and now you will feel the other 7 years. The 7 years of trouble. It did start, folks. So we did get the 7 years of building things. You saw them work, but you did not see it. Then you get the 7 years of warning. And now you get the last 7 years. And these are the 7 years you don't want to be in, folks. And many people cannot talk about this last 7 years already, because they did die already. You understand? And it's really the truth, folks. In the 7 years I did come, in the beginning of these 7 years, were the 7 years of warning for you. Not one of you did listen, right? Now you will get the 7 years in what you will feel. What you did miss in the stories I told you. And the stories really do come from God. And I am really the unknown prophet of God. But you never would listen. And now you will start to feel all the things I told you. And many people are feeling already. Yeah? They do have the feeling already. They see this kind of bullshit come. And they don't want to be on this planet anymore. You know? America will become like chaos, folks. I see people buy, instead of food, they buy guns. Huh? The gun shops don't know where these people did come from. There are so many people who start to buy guns instead of food. Do you understand where this country will go to? It will go in a terrible war. And it was like I told you, right? Go away from America. Did I not warn you? Now you will start to feel what I did told you in these 7 years. Now you're gonna see if everything what I did say will come to pass. I did warn you. You did not listen, or you never did find the channel I am on, but I am honest with you. I'm the most honest person whatever did do exist. But you never did listen to the warning. Instead you will go to other sites with young girls with their legs wide open. That's more important. It's the same like the food you're gonna buy. You're not gonna buy the food. You're gonna go to a weaponry shop to buy your weapon to protect you and yourself and your wife and your children. But again, folks, who live by the sword will also die by it. That's also a true story. Who live by the sword will die by the sword. So folks, bring your weapons back. If you want to be with God, bring your weapons back. You don't show love if you start to shoot someone. That's no love. So folks, the 7 years of warning is done. I did completed the job. Now the 7 years of big problems you never saw in this world are busy. And this is the beginning of all the problems to come. And I did warn you so many times. But you did not want to listen. Now you will understand that the 7 years of trouble are there. And folks, I always work in seconds. You understand? I do not work in 6 or 4 or 3. No. It's 7. I love number 7 because it's my father's number. That's why I love that number. It's the number of love. And 13 is my lucky number. Like I told you many times before. But 7 is the number of love. So now the 7 years of very big problems are standing for your doors. And I don't know if you're gonna make this 7 years. But I did see your future already. In a female coffin. And these dirty rats will go under you in troubled times. And you will be the only people who will know the troubled times. That are the people who will bring you that trouble. But they will go under you so that you will die above. And they will hide under you. You see this with the Queen. You hear about the Queen. She go under floors, shelter. You see it with Xi Jinping, or right, deze Chinees. Xi Jinping or something, this president of China. He run, he go under the floor. Like I told you, folks. You will see the rats go under the floor. Did I lie? Or did I tell you the truth? How long did I tell you this? That this will start to happen? Because I saw everything already. For me it's not such a problem to tell you the truth, folks. And for you it will not be a problem to lie. But for me it will not be a problem to tell the truth all the time. I saw all the things. Now I see the 7 years of trouble. I did complete the 7 years of warning. But now we are in the beginning of the 7 years of trouble. And I think, folks, for the people who are not that strong, they're definitely gonna die. And this coronavirus, lots of people will go away and don't have to fight or buy guns or worry anymore, because for them it's already finished. And many already did go. Also in the time I was warning. But now you will see the big numbers, what will die off. Like I told you, right? Still think that I lie, that I'm not a child of God. Come here to warn you. You think I make jokes with you? Do I sound fun? Or will you think, man, some people will listen to me and will understand what I'm talking about, and they only can say, good content. Go on with these things. You are blessed by God. Of course, I am blessed by God. Also, if I did not get His blessing, I will do the same things I do now. But folks, I am blessed by God. I am loved by God. God did give me any way to see what you people cannot see. And the only way I saw to warn you folks is not live, but live on the internet. But not live in your faces. But I work only on the internet for now, folks. This will change. I did get my stick, and God did work a lot on my feet. I think that is the meaning, that I will start to walk a lot. And I told my Father God, I am ready to tell you everywhere in the world that you do exist, that you are the lovable Holy Father, and that there is no other Father like that. And that you will come. And when? This is the only thing I do not know. But I know that God must come. he do not have another choice. God did give me no choice to do the things what I do right now. God did surprise me, you know. He did not say, may I touch you? No. He did come into me like a thief, you know. He did thief me. Yeah, this is how I see it. Yeah, normally speaking, someone who break in, I will fight for it to get him out, but yeah, this time I could do nothing. It was not my will that I will become like what I am right now, folks. It was not my will. But God convinced me. God did do something with me what did change my whole life. I am happy he did. But he did come to me as a surprise, folks. You know that story, eh? Someone's birthday and you will surprise him. So all the lights go out and he step in and then you all come. Surprise! This is how God also did come to me. But into my body. There was a big surprise. It was also a very big step in love and knowledge. I did become powerful. But my power will end. So it was all writing down already before I even did come. My name was Power End. And the power I do have, folks. It's the wisdom I do have come out of my mouth. And my power will end. That's why my name is Power End here on YouTube. The 7 years of big problems, folks. And I don't know if you will make it. You will see problems come you never saw in your life before. And if you are not strong enough, you're going to die on the spot in the way you see. Fear will come into your heart. And by fear, you will fail. And that's the truth. And that is what's going to happen and what's going on already. And this is just the beginning of the 7 years I did warn you for. but you thought it was all a joke. So now soon you will see the war will stop. And not only this epidemic will stop, but more diseases to come. You will see falling stones out of the air, hitting our little earth. You will see unbelievable weather. This also must start soon. Many people will run for life and will not make it. Many people will be drowned in the water and mudslides. The earth will never be like the way you did walk on it. You will start to hate in any way you walk. You will think, I wish I was never born. You don't want to be here, folks. Right now, while I'm talking. Many people will lose their lives. And you will see the numbers. And the numbers will be high. Very high. It's sad that it has to be that way. But I did warn you in these 7 years. I did do my best. Many times God did come and angels did come to tell me that I do it good. Many times this did come into my dreams and visions. That God do like what he did steal. Because he did not ask. He just took me. And it's only God who can do this. For the devil needs permission to take you. But God can take you anywhere, any minute, any moment, any second, any time. God will not ask. He will take what he likes. So folks, the story goes, don't give an invitation of the devil. It's like people of the gas company come and will say, "Hi man, I'm from the gas company and do you want to be with us? We are more cheap and all that kind of things." And I will say, "Go away." You need to say this also to this invitation you will get from the devil. Don't let him in, because he's gonna destroy you. And that's what he wants. But that's the way the devil lives, and his children also. You need to watch out, they are there. And they are nice, they are beautiful, they are sexy. And your eyes will reach them. And they will come with fake love. They will do this all the time. And they will show you a life of stealing, lying, killing, deceiving, provoking, drinking, hookering. If you see those people, do understand that these are the children of the devil and want you that way. So if you look at Beyoncé and what she showed on her video, then you do understand what she wants from you and what she tried to put into your minds, so that you will become in the way she did make that video clip. There are many of that people who will show you what they really are. But you think it's fun. You did visit the devil and the children so many times, and you did not even understand that you did get an invitation of the devil. I want you to watch out. I'm telling you the way it is. Now the 7 years of warnings are gone, folks. I thought I was done. But God will let me here to tell you about the problems I already told you. Will become a serious deal. And you will see with your own eyes everything I told you. When this is finished, folks, then everything is finished. So these are my last 7 years. That's why I always use the 7, folks. It's the number God loves. You need also to understand the number 9 is the number of war. Or the number 6 upside down. It's a recognizable number for war and big problems. Also, you need to watch out for the number 11, 7 or 7, 11. Seven, 11 or 11, 7. These are also the two numbers you need to watch out for. I don't have to tell you that you need to watch out for the number 666. You all know what it means. I did warn you, folks. And I don't know how many times. But I definitely did make maybe more than 20,000 videos now. And the only thing I did warn you for is for the things you start to see now. People will be locked up. And the murderers will be free. You will never be free again. This is why Trump did build the wall. But you will understand in time that you need to climb that wall to get away. Then you will understand what I did talk about. All the airplanes I told you will not fly. All the boats or ships will not sail out. There will be no way to go. And I did warn you, folks. Go away from America. If someone will understand what real hell is, then the American people can talk about this when it is time, when they do understand precisely what I did say. I'm waiting patient, folks, for the things to come. But you never can say that I did not do the works of God. I will be honored, folks, in the works I did do. You will start to understand what real horror and terror means. And many of you will go down by this. These are the 7 years of the trouble you never saw in your life before. I warn you for these 7 years. It did start. And I am sorry, folks. But I saw all the things already. I saw it in the 7 years God did touch me. And I told you on the most honest way, because my most honest way is how I work with God together. I only can speak in dreams and visions, like I told you, folks. Now this what I told you in dreams and visions must happen, will come true, if you like it or not. Everything, whatever did come out of my mouth in the beginning of time when God did touch me. Now you will see the results. Now I only want you, be strong. Start to choose a side. Choose my Father, or make the choice of the devil. It's up to you, folks. Do you want to live, or do you want to die? Choose a side. You do have time, 7 years. If you did not make it, then you are too late. And cannot make your own choices anymore. So folks, we are in definitely perilous times. Standing still in the way you see, and standing like a stick or a mountain of ice, like frozen. And the only thing you will understand is what your eyes will see, but you cannot even move anymore. You can run for these things, but you cannot hide. And that's what you need. You need a place to hide. It was already sad enough, folks, that I did come and told you the real truth. But this is the most sad part I ever gonna give you. These are your last 7 years. These are your last 7 years. Keep this in your mind. These are your last 7 years. I wonder if you will make it. I saw only the strong and wise. will stand, will win. But many of you are weak and will lose. There are not many strong people in this world. They only look strong. But that will not say that they are. You can pump yourself up, that you become like the Hulk. But that will not say that you are. It's only the looks, folks. You know, my girlfriend, I did go with, I did love a lot, and she did not want to go with me anymore. And then I saw her with another guy, and this guy was like very big, very strong, with muscles and all that kind of things. And I'm just a little boy. And I was talking with my girlfriend, and this big guy come to me and put his big hand around my head. And he told me, "So, little boy, you did go with this girl?" And he did look at me. And I told him, "Take your dirty big hands away, or I'm gonna kick your ass." And the boy was like, "Oh, you dare to say this to me? Look how big I am." But I did know the inside of the boy. Long time ago, he was not that big. So he let me go. And he was shocked. And I told him, "Walk away with your girlfriend." And he started to walk away, folks. And this was a very big guy. He could crush me. But instead of this, in the words I told him, he became very weak and scared for this little boy. So folks, it doesn't matter if you pump yourself, if you are not that big on the inside. I will understand that it is only the outside what is the most impressive part. Now I did have a fight with a little guy. I did go to him, and we did start to talk with each other on a very strange way. And he told me, "Man, you better go away, kick your ass." And I told him, man, you little guy, come on." So he started to kick my ass. And I could do nothing back. I could not even see what he did do. He was so fast, and before I know it, I was down. No joke, folks. Then I did get something with a little guy. But the big guy did run away for me. And the little guy, I started to run away for him. That's impressive, right? I know lots of these little guys. You always will find someone who is stronger than you, folks. Whatever you did work for, whatever you did train for, whatever you did do, always there will be a person who sees better and do have a faster mind and will win from you. I also saw a young guy did have always this big guy did come and make trouble, you know. And then he did make trouble with the wrong little boy. And this little boy was like a child. But he did know how to get your fingers. So all the time he wanted to hit, the boy took one of his fingers. And then the guy did say, ow! Like he did get a shock or something, you know. And then he try again. And he get another shock. Because the boy do know every part in his body what will be very hurtful. So he took him all the time. And the big boy did not have any chance to win from this little boy. I did go to this little boy. I told him, "Whoa, man, you know the parts of the human body." He told me, "Yeah, that is the thing. The big guy do not know that I am more wise than he ever will be. I always will win, because I am more fast and more wise. And I see his fingers come, and I can do something with that fingers." So this guy never did get the chance to hit that little boy. And every day he did try. And I told this big boy, "Man, stop it, you're gonna lose." And all these people are laughing, you know, because, yeah, he tried to win from him every day. But every day the same thing did happen. So I did warn the big boy, "Don't do it anymore, man. They are both friends of mine, you know, but they're always doing this thing to each other, you know. And the big boy always loses." So we told him, laughing, like, "Hey man, don't do it. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose this thing. Leave him." But he did not listen. So he did break one of his fingers. But he did come back. He told the little boy, "You did break one of my fingers. I will stop if you break them all." And the boy did say, "Yeah, okay, I will break them all. It's not a problem. If you want it that way, I will break them all. I want you to leave me alone. I don't like what you do with me." But he did ignore the little boy. So the little boy started to break more fingers. And we did warn this big boy every day, "Don't do this, because all your fingers will be broken." But the guy did not stop. I think if they are still alive, it's still happening now. He will never win from that boy. And this really did happen, folks, and we did laugh. And we told this big guy, and also this little guy, I thought, man, later, man, leave him. And the little boy said, yeah, I protect myself. So he can come, I break all his fingers. If he wants, I'm going to break his thick neck. It's not a problem, I know how. I can stop him in any way. He do not know who I am and what I can do. But I was between them all the time, I stopped it, man, it's enough. He did break 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, and you will break all his fingers. He will not listen, you will not listen. But the little boy was protecting himself. And the big boy did not want to listen. Not to the little boy, who really did say many times, man, don't bully me because I'm going to break all your fingers. It was a sort of teasing bully what these two people did do with each other, but the big guy did start. And the big guy did think, oh man, I'm more strong, I do have more muscles. But this little boy was more fast thinking and knowing every part of the human body. But in the beginning, the big boy did hit the little boy, and yeah, he take one of his fingers, and you hear the boy say, "Ow!" And then he start again, and then you hear again, "Ow!" And then the boy say, "Yeah, I warn you, the next time I'm going to break your finger." So he hit again, he break his finger. You saw it happening, you did hear. He did scream like a little baby. But the next day he was back. And it started all over again. And we did one all the time. Don't do it. But he did not want to listen. And if you don't want to listen, folks, you will feel. Now this boy can talk about that. He did feel. And he also will never forget this little boy who did do this to him. And this was a boy, you look at him and you will say, oh man, I'm gonna kick his little ass. He is such an easy way to win from. So you need to watch out for some types. You never will know what is hidden, because it's not easy to see. And to do what this little boy could do, you need to practice hard. From child bone of on. You need to practice hard. And you need to see it come. And you need to react fast. I hear myself say to this big boy, because I always did warn him, and now I think about it. And then I hear my own voice saying to him, man, stop it. And we all did laugh because, yeah, he did not stop, and we know he did not stop. He did not want to stop. And we also know that he's gonna lose all his fingers. He's gonna break them all. That was the type of boy the little boy was. Very wise and very fast. And we did warn a lot. So folks, this is just a lesson. You can be this big, but if you are little inside, then the little thing will come in front. So, like Arnold Schwarzenegger is a big guy, right? He's very strong, and you think what he do in the movies, that he is really like that. But I'm telling you, inside he is a child. He is that skinny child in what he was born. He was very skinny. You know? But the heart will never change. But the things around him did change. It did become very big. And you people think he's gonna kick ass. Yeah, in the movie. But for real, no, folks. He run for a little guy. I know the inside of Arnold Schwarzenegger. You understand? I see the inside of Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is the prophet I am. I see things. You will never understand. You will never see those things. You know, you need to learn a lot to understand. And what I know, I did go to a very big learning school of God, and God did show me really everything, folks. And I tell you precisely what's going on, and who the people are, and how they are inside, and how the inside will come outside, and that the inside only count instead of the outside. This is what I will say, that I do understand your inside, and your inside will always come in front. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you are. But folks, the warnings I did give, you will start to see it come true. All the warnings I did give. Now it's the time. You will see it come true. But I honestly did warn you in the most honest way I can warn you. And these are the visions I did get from God, and the dreams I did get from God. And in God's name, like I told you, so will it be.